In the hours before I created the event, I felt like I was valued as a human being, because the statements that she says as a Vanderbilt faculty member in a law school, in a position where she's teaching ethics to hundreds of students, she's saying that Muslims are not part of the brotherhood of man. That's fancy words for they're inhuman, you know? And I felt like if my university is not condemning these statements, what does that say about my presence here? I'm not valued as a student. My goal was to show Vanderbilt officials that students don't tolerate hate speech, and even though it may be protected under academic freedom, that we don't allow it on this campus. There's absolutely no way the student body here is going to allow further attacks on their own peers, and that if the university respects us as human beings, it has to come out and condemn these statements and promise us that it's not going to happen again in the future.
While there was plenty of student support, there was one anti-protester that spoke out at the event.
Hi, welcome back to Commodore's Kitchen, Vanderbilt's only cooking show where you'll find delicious recipes that are easy to make. To kick off our second season, Kendall and I are bringing you Game Day Bites. These are 2 biter foods that are fun to enjoy with your friends while you watch your favorite sports teams play. And since this is Commodore's Kitchen, we've even added a little local southern twist. Here's what's up first. Mini shrimp and guacamole tostadas. These 2 biters are full of different textures and flavors. A crunchy tortilla chip is topped with creamy guacamole and a tender chipotle marinated shrimp. And next, mini meatball sliders. Classic Italian flavors like Parmesan cheese are packed into these hearty sandwiches. The meatballs get topped with a tomato sauce that perfectly melts the mozzarella cheese. And for a southern twist, we're using biscuits instead of typical slider buns. And for a sweet finish, we have Elvis banana peanut butter cupcakes. Loads of freshly mashed bananas are the star of this dessert. We add mini chocolate chips and a velvety peanut butter frosting to make the king of rock and roll's favorite treat extra special. So stick around, it's game day.
And just balance each other out rather than overpowering one another. Perfect. Now that that's all combined, we're going to go ahead and add this into our ramekins. I have here 4 already greased ramekins that I actually dusted with flour too. You don't have to dust them with flour, but this really helps in making sure that your lava cakes don't stick. Because they have a short baking time and stay so gooey, it's important that they don't stick or else you'll end up with a mess everywhere. Actually, the first time that I decided to make molten lava cakes, it was kind of a disaster. I took them out of the oven a little bit too soon and was so excited by how they smelled when they came out that I immediately flipped them over, and it was just chocolate batter that rolled everywhere. So you really need to be patient even though they taste so good. And now we're going to pop these into the oven at 425 for about 15 minutes.